Hey, so the video that I did that was called like random thoughts included in my journal from October through December of 2018, I hinted at this event that had me dealing with the cops and stuff like that. Um, so this video is going to be all about that and what happens and everything. I'm not going to mention any names. Um, But what happened was a roommate slash tenant of mine who is living under our roof um, walked into the roommate of another tenant and my room, took checks, wrote them to himself, and cashed them. Um, I did not know about this right away. My other tenant came to me and wanted to know um, if there was like money missing from my checking account. And I checked, and sure enough, there was. Three checks had been cashed, um, and I'm going to call. I'm going to call this guy Roger, and the reason I'm calling him Roger is because we sort of gave him the nickname Roger because um, my wife, obviously, she is not. She's from Brazil. English is her second language, so she doesn't get subtle American things like saying Roger for being correct. Um, and so when he was saying Roger, she thought he was just repeating his name, so she was calling him Roger. And I think that's pretty funny. However, um, he went into our room, stole checks, and wrote them to himself. And we reported this to the bank immediately, and the bank reported to the cops, and the cops reached out to us, and we had to go to court because of this, and stuff like that. And he had done this in the past. And in September and October of 2018, we were planning a trip to go to Brazil, and we really wanted to be able to um, kick him out and go to Brazil and have peace of mind, which is exactly what happened. We asked him to leave. He left of his own accord, and then we flew out to Brazil, which made me feel really good. And the other tenant, who he also stole from, um, felt really good about that as well. Uh, so I don't know what happened when it comes to like his criminal history in the past or in the future or anything like that. Um, he denied that this was him, and he was saying that it was his brother's friend or his friend's brother or something like that. That the person who was helping him move did that, but it just seems like it was so much more convenient for someone to have who already had access to the condo who would do something like that, and that would have been him. So, um, you live and you learn, I guess. And one thing that really, really sucks about this whole thing is when he first moved in, I just thought the guy was like so cool. And like, I drove with him in his car to his old place just to help him move. And I was such a nice guy to this guy. Um, that, just give it a few weeks and he was trying to steal money from us. And the checks started small and they got bigger and bigger. And I was just curious if he was going to try to steal even more money in the future because he took more than he cashed, so he still had some that we put stop payments on. But this whole thing was just very very discouraging, and it was pretty sad. But he's gone, so life is good.